Hang on, I'm coming. Hang on. Alright. Oh, dear me. Oh, God. Oh, it's getting harder and harder each day to do this. Oh, dear me. Where's my blanket gone? There we go. Oh, it's got to be worth originals. Oh, no. What? Hang on. Pop-Tarts. Pickups. Pickups. Okay. Oh, dear me. Oh, I've got to go and get those now. Oh, it's difficult. Rats! Get up! Old, eh? I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for tuning in. Hello, welcome everybody once again to the Gaming Pantry. And we are live on air as recorded, there sort of thing. And this is the RetroBear speaking to you. And I hope this video finds you well as we continue to be in this rather state of unknown uncertainty. I guess probably the best way to describe it. I hope this video finds you well and healthy as can be, and that you and yours are all well. That's all I can say, really. And yeah, my best wishes to everybody out there at the moment, and my heartfelt thoughts to you all at this very, very difficult time. That's quite difficult to get out, but anyway, we'll move on from that now. And we're back with a pickups video. You may have noticed it's been rather quiet around here. I keep saying that when I come back and do a video after about a month, but that's what it has been. It's been incredibly quiet. My last pickups video, which I think I did just after or just before the lockdown here in the UK, and that was about 5 weeks ago, and I haven't done anything other than go to work. I'm still carrying on working as normal, and that hasn't changed, and if anything, my responsibilities have actually got grown from that, because see, there aren't a lot of people at work at the moment, so I'm sort of filling all the gaps. So I'm now working longer hours and doing more work, which is strange. And you know, I don't want to harp on about that, because I know a lot of people at the moment aren't working, a lot of people are furloughed, a lot of people aren't working, and you know, they haven't got revenue, so I'm not going to bang on about that too much. But anyway, so this is it. So there hasn't been an awful lot to do. Those of you who have been sort of viewing my channels, in fact, I've got a prepared statement to read out as well, actually. But yeah, the podcast's been going up on every Sunday. I'll talk about that in a second. And there's a couple of videos I've done in between, the video response as well, which I've done, which has all been rather good. And I'll be recording some game footage as well. But it's very difficult to keep on top of YouTube at the moment. And I will say once again to everybody, I keep saying this every time people speak to me or when I'm on camera, is I am so far behind with people's videos that I think there's stuff that people did at the start of March, before all this started, that I simply haven't got round to watching. So if I have not commented on your videos, I'm really sorry. I am getting round as best I can to do it. And I hope that you will continue to stick with me during this time as well. Not that I'm just not commenting. I'm doing my very best to respond to comments on my videos, and I'm trying to leave comments when I've seen people's videos as I can do, but I just don't have a lot of time at the moment. Anyway, should we just read the game in the room, because we're doing a bit of PlayStation 1 thing at the moment. So as you can see, quite nicely timed. This is Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. It's a terrible game. There it is, by THQ, which gives you an idea of just how good it is. I got this at a car boot sale many, many years ago. I haven't done my PlayStation 1 collection yet, so you get a bit of an advance notice on this one. It does come complete with the manual. The good thing was I was sitting there for about 5 minutes waiting for it to move, because I thought that's going to sit there in the background, it's not going to do a great deal. Luckily it does kick into demo mode at some point. It's better than the other game. I had another game up there, I think it was Dracula Resurrection, which had a lovely start and then just sat there waiting for you to press the start button. So I thought, well, that's good, because that would be really good to roll around in the background. Anyway, stop that. Anyway, so those of you who saw one of my videos a few weeks ago about my CD collection, I've just had a prepared statement to read out, which basically sort of says, by order of Lord YouTube, under no circumstances am I ever again to do a video like that. My music collection is incredibly poor and nobody cared. Those of you who left a comment, thank you very much indeed for doing so, but you have rest assured my deepest condolences for anybody who did watch that video and has gone to watch something else completely different instead. So I won't be doing that again. I might do. He's not watching anyway, he's got other things to watch out, and he's checking Al's channel out. I mean, Al's like doing a video a day at the moment. It's ridiculous. That's another thing, I can't do a video a day. Having said that, this is being recorded in a run of videos which I've done, so hopefully this will go up on the Tuesday, which will be the 20... where are we today? 28th. Tuesday the 28th, I think, going up. So this has sort of been recorded at the end of a run I've recorded, so that doesn't make any sense at all. I'm getting old, aren't I? Which is what it is. It's about me getting old. There's people out there who are older than me who surprise you that they are, because they said so the other night. I'm pretty sure that you know, I'm not as old as people think I am. Honestly, I'm not getting paranoid about it. I'm not. Who said that? No, I'm not. It's a bit of fun, and I didn't take any offence to it before, and I hope that nobody sort of took the introduction there as me sort of having to go back. That was me simply joining in, and I hope you enjoyed that. That was quite fun to do that. I immediately thought of what I was going to do within 5 minutes said, but that came from Danester's live chat. If you haven't seen it, he's running 5 nights a week on YouTube. It's very, very popular. He's getting between 40 and 50 live viewers in the chat. It's a great way to spend a couple of hours in the evening where you can just turn off and just forget about the world. He's had some great guests on. I've been lucky to be one of those people, and so many great guys have joined in, and I think we probably hit a real sort of high last night, which was a Saturday, when David Plays Retro Games Badly turned up with a crate of Stella, and it was yeah, you know, at the end where people get so drunk they just start shouting out swear words. That was where we got to by the end of the 2 hours. But it's brilliant. Danester's doing a fantastic job as well, and that's where that old sort that thing about age came from. So I'm just responding to that. But no, he's doing a fantastic job, and if you haven't seen it yet, bloody hell, go and have a look, because this guy is doing some fantastic things at the moment, and I think he's just gone past 400 subs as well, which is brilliant, because he's really been putting a lot of time and effort into this, so go along and support him. It's really good fun. So yeah, I've recorded some video responses. I've done this video, I've done the podcast, the weekly podcast, the TMB Gaming podcast. We're now up to episode 7. I know, but there are enough people listening for us to sort of go, do you know what, some people actually like this, and it's good fun. I mean we actually had 5 on last week, episode 7, if you haven't seen that one, or heard that one yet. And that was great to have five people going, and we went a little bit longer than we usually did, but I think it was very, very relevant, and I really appreciate everybody, and I speak to the boys on this one as well, everybody who has come on and either joined in the premieres, because I think we premiered the last 3 episodes, or anybody who's come along and left a comment afterwards. It's just great. I know it's a lot of time for people to sort of sit there. You know, if Danester's doing 2 hours a night, 5 nights a week, and we're doing an hour and a half on a Sunday as well. So a lot of your time to give up. And there's all those singing videos and comedy videos to watch at the moment. I appreciate people's times are just difficult to fit in something like the podcast, but we started the podcast because we hoped that it would find an audience, and I think it has found an audience. So, pop along there and have a look. We're going to be doing probably a special episode in episode 10, which is hopefully going to be something like the listeners' questions, where I'm going to go through basically comments people have left and pick out the ones that I can use, and questions that people have asked. So, if you haven't seen the podcast yet, it goes onto my channel every Sunday night at 7. Which was really, really funny, because when we premiered the video, episode 6, because I had a few problems with adjusting to daylight savings time after the clocks moved in March. We had more people turn up at 8 o'clock after the podcast had nearly finished than we had turned up at the start. So you take the mick out of me for putting the podcast up at the wrong time. Yeah, well, I turned up at the wrong time anyway. But if you do get a chance to, we are hoping to do like a listeners' questions thing. So we're going to pick out all the ones that people have left over the last first 9 episodes, put them all together, and then we'll answer some of those and try and discuss some of those topics if we can. Might be a long episode, I don't know. But it's great fun to do. We really enjoyed doing it. It's great that some people love to hear it. So do pop along if you haven't had a chance to. It goes on my channel every Sunday night at 7. There's myself, there's Retro Games Revived, there's Rollercore, there's Pete Fighter 2, Nath Retro 1, and Gernaldinho Plays. They all rotate. I sort of hold it all together best I can, which is not the easiest job in the world because everybody's very passionate about it. But that's what it is. 6 people who are passionate about games collecting, games playing, and just getting together and having a bit of a laugh. And if it comes across at the end of the day that you're sitting around a table in a pub with us, listening to what we're saying and sort of getting your own opinions from it, that's exactly how we wanted it to be done. So, great stuff there. Now, what else? Oh, yeah. Do you remember my video I did back in January where I bought one of those cheap Chinese knockoffs off Amazon? The old 401 yellow console? Which... Can I read? No, I can't. I could try. Hang on a second. It's a note to self. Please have these things handy when you do it. This one here, the old Diswo 401, which is basically a load of sort of NES ROMs put onto a Game Boy type thing, and it runs to the telly, and it comes with a second controller, and I picked it up for about 12 quid or something. That video put up in January when it passed 1,000 views, which is a bit of a milestone. I don't want to sort of get in the habit of sort of promoting my own videos, but for me to get 1,000 views on that in any period of time is great because some of my videos don't even have 20 views on them, the stuff I did when I first started. So that one I go to there. If you haven't seen that one as well, nice bit of kit if you can pick it up cheaply enough. And I got mine from Amazon. I got mine because it was cheap with a reduction and a prime discount as well. But I think you can pick them up between 10 and 20 quid. A lot of people have looked at them, and they're very, very popular. So if you do get a chance to go and have a look at that, do so. But yeah, they haven't got the offers on at the moment. But if you look around, you can find. I think there was one. I think about 15 quid, same sort of thing in black. They're all called different things. This one's called a Diswo, Diswoe, but they've other different names for them as well. Can't remember what it is. One began with E, I think it was another one with N. But they're the same sort of thing. It's exactly the same thing inside. But yeah, great investment that was, and it's a lot of fun. There's some good stuff on there. It's nothing you can't get on an emulation or anywhere else, but it's a handy unit. It runs. You can charge it. Runs off a phone battery. Nicely done. Right, what else? Pickups. I'm sure I did a pickup myself. No. Oh, yes, I did. Yes. Well, I didn't actually. And there are some pickups actually. There are some pickups. It is a pickups video. I'm going to get to that in a second. I did actually via Mrs. Bear pick something up. Or Mrs. Bear actually got this in for me, which is great. I've never seen it before. I'm not sure if it's going to be any good or not, but I thought this was far too good opportunity. I think it was between 10 and 15 quid. So I managed to pick this up for the Spectrum. A Spectrum pickup on the RetroBear channel. And it's a light pen. Now, I have absolutely no idea what this is and what you use it for, but having read the box, which is always a good start, the light pen comes with a control interface which plugs neatly into the rear of your Spectrum. Sound advice printed twice on the box. I'm not going to be plugging that into my Spectrum, but it says you can, according to the back of the box has got a bit of glue going back onto it, produce high resolution drawings on your own TV, 16 predefined instructions, change colour and draw circles, arcs, boxes, lines, all freehand, animate and insert text. So this is a real, see there's the back of the box, real bit of kit here. And it was just in such nice condition. I'll just get rid of that box there. This is the box that came on the inside. And all for this now. And you can see there. There we go. Let's pull that out of there. Try not to knock the computer and turn myself at the same time. There you go. There's your polystyrene inserts. Everything is there that it should be. And there we go. So we got inside there. So we got there's the instruction manual in very good condition. We've also got in there. There's the tape. There with it, and you can probably just see there. I'll just spin this round. There we go. So that's the unit that plugs into your Spectrum. So as you said, I'm not going to be sticking that anywhere I shouldn't be. And then this one here, there's the actual the light pen itself. So I'm guessing it's going to be sort of like, you know, sort of drawing onto a table or something like that, and it produces it on screen. But I love things like this. I've been meaning to sit down with the U-Draw I've got for the Wii. Because I love that actual whole sort of tablet thing. And this is very much similar. So I think this is probably, I say, between 10 and 15 quid. I mean, I don't think it's you know, I've never seen one before. I don't think it's drastically a collector's item. And unless you've got a Spectrum, it's absolutely no use to you. But if I can get some glue on that box. Nice big kit. If anybody knows anything about this, do drop me a line in the comments, because I'd be interested to know. And I'm going to have a go at myself. But yeah. And of course that's been on my 48k, which has now been fully repaired, which is great, because if you saw my Spectrum 48k video last year, and you haven't, why not? Go back and have a look at it. That was something I picked up and was given to. Basically a guy retired from work brought it in and said, look, here you go, have a go with that, if it's any good. Absolutely immaculate 48k Spectrum in the box and everything, with loads of games, and it didn't work because there was a problem with one of the I think it was the RAM chips. So changed the RAM chip on it, and it works absolutely fine now. And I've replaced a couple of capacitors in it, and it now actually is pretty much out the box fresh. It really is absolutely fantastic. So something like that to go with it really helps. There was a gun as well. I think it was a Challenger light gun, which I hadn't seen before. Not the ZX Spectrum Zapper. One that Codemasters, I think, had designed specifically. And it was on eBay, it was in a box. But the game which should come with it wasn't there. So I didn't think it was worth the justification to buy something like that when the actual game itself you need is missing. I probably could have picked the game up for a couple of quid, but I think it was you know, the whole set, yeah, fair enough. Without the game, it's pretty worth it. It's not my Super Nintendo Super Scope. Bought it at the car boot sale years ago for a quid, and I've only realised in recent years that I needed actually the infrared sensor to go with it and the cartridge. Well, I didn't need the cartridge, but I actually needed the infrared sensor as well. So I've just got a Super Scope, which is completely useless. So that's the one pickup I've had, and also I've mentioned in the past we've sort of done the Spectrum repair, and we've done a couple of BBCs, that BBC Micros that have been repaired, which I keep meaning to go back to and never got round to sorting out. One needs one of those SD cards putting into it, so I've got to sort that out. But I've mentioned Mrs. Bear a few times on this channel, and over the course of the last sort of 2-3 months or so, for those of you who don't know, Mrs. Bear is a bit of an electronics whiz. In fact, half this stuff here, not this stuff, because that's my stuff, but the stuff you can't see here, the camera, the microphone, the computer, the lighting, the mixing desk over here, all this stuff has been put together for my benefit by her. Because she knows all these things, her own computer stuff. She's brilliant with the computers and everything like that. I just play the games. You know, I had a problem with my transferring the image from the television via me piggyback leads to the computer for the Master System and the Mega Drive. And it's less a problem with my cables and more the problem with the fact that the Master System and the Mega Drive just don't want to play ball and it's transmitting that. But she sort of delved into that bit for me. But she very much likes to take things apart and have a play around with them and then put them back together again and see if they still work. And generally speaking, she's very, very good at that. So what she's been doing is learning, and again, best way to do it is self-taught. You know, if you've got a bit of interest in that sort of thing, and she has a bit of interest with electronics, is to go through all these sort of things and buy stuff in, and she's been looking at repairing consoles. And I'm not joking, it is now, if you think the pantry is full of stuff, you should see our front room, it is now a working workshop, more or less. There's boxes of consoles everywhere, piled up on the floor, bits and pieces. She's borrowing my games to test stuff on. I hope I get them back. I had to go through yesterday and work out which power supply belonged to me and which joypad belonged to me, and is that mine, and all sort of stuff. Anyway, so what I've done with her kind permission, some of the stuff that she's actually gone through and repaired, she said I can show it off on camera, which is great because actually there's some bloody good stuff in here. And also not so much the fact it's console, there's some real retro stuff in here. So if you love that, get yourself a cup of tea, sit down, pause the video, sit down. This is going to be worth the entrance fee alone. Not that you've paid to get in here, but this is something fantastic. Let's start with the big stuff, shall we? Look at the state of this Super Nintendo. Wow. I mean, look at the condition of that first of all. It puts mine to shame. I can get mine out. Careful not to swap these over. I say it puts mine to shame. You see mine there, it's a little bit... There is some yellowing on the front of mine there. You can't probably see it. There it's there. But there's nothing like this on that one. She hasn't cleaned this. So you can see there's a definite difference. So, mine goes back in the corner. This is the one that she bought off eBay. She actually bought two. Now, the other one that she bought is actually completely destroyed. The yellowing is awful. It's not my curtains there. It's actually... I've got something yellow. Yeah, that colour there. That colour. It's that colour. It's a revolting one. And she bought this one at the same time. Again, didn't pay a huge amount of money for them. And what she's managed to do is, from the two of them, get one complete working unit. And then the other one there is can be repaired, but it's a really shoddy sort of case. So it may be the case that she tries to retro bright it or what have you, which would have been good with the weather we've had recently, and sort of clean that one up a bit, and then just sort of do what repairs need on this one. But this one is a fully working Super Nintendo, which is better condition than mine. But what she's going to do is try and put one of the do a mod on it, which will basically upgrade it to able to run in 50 or 60 hertz. So that's the next project to do. But yeah, that wasn't working. I think it was cartridge possibly. The cartridge slot wasn't correct, but quick fix on it, managed to get it working, no problem at all. So there, and it's a really good, it's a really nice one as well. Puts mine to shame. That was good. What else has she repaired? Master System 2, the old toaster. Now, fascinatingly about this one as well, when she bought it in, obviously this is the one that comes with built-in game. And as I know now that I didn't know before, Sonic and Alex Kidd were the two choices. Well, this has got Alex Kidd built in, so this is the more sought after one. Yeah, it didn't come with any cable, so obviously this is the issue we have here. Same with the Super Nintendo. I think that came with a third-party pad. Oh, did it come with a third-party pad? It may come with a third-party pad. This one didn't come with anything. It was just a dead unit. But again, learning about it, taking it apart, tracing things back, and she's got all the kit for it as well. All these, sort of things you're plugging in and gives you a wave. Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. Well, yeah, PlayStation 2 Slim Silver. All repaired, wasn't reading discs. Quick fix on that one. If you don't like the silver one, then there's a black one as well, same sort of thing. These have got the pop-up front. I never actually had one of these. There you go, the pop-up lid. You ever seen one of those before? I haven't. Well, I've seen the PlayStation 2 Slim before, but I didn't realise that they had, pop-up lids on them. What else? A couple of PlayStation ones. Old style models. Again, same sort of thing, not reading the discs. There's another one as well. It's all brilliant stuff, it really is. What else have we got in here? Our PlayStation 1 controllers. Bit of trouble with some of the controllers. Some of the PlayStation 2 ones, she bought, I think, a lot for about £4 or so, and they've sort of stumped her a little bit. Now she bought a Game Gear as well, because there was something wrong, I think, with the screen, because I've asked her to look at mine with the capacitors on it, because my screen's beginning to fade a little bit. And then, for the princely sum of £30, she picked up a boxed one. Look at that, boxed. Now, I've never seen a boxed Game Gear before. It does come with the policy, although the instructions are missing it a bit, sadly. But again, same sort of thing. There's an issue with the screen on this one. So, but again, worst case scenario, if this one doesn't work and the other one that she bought does get working and manages to sort it all out, then she can stick that one here. At the moment, 130 quid for CX selling for 130. I know prices are a bit inflated at the moment with what's going on, but that's great. And I've never seen one in that box before. The box is a bit tacky, but geez, you can't be choosing sorts of stuff like that when you can pick it up. 30 quid not working condition. It's easy. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. And by the way, if you see anything on here that you may be interested in, drop me a line, because I'm pretty sure that she won't be wanting to move some of this stuff on, because obviously, you know, if she wants to do these in return. If anybody's got any interest, or if you want, you know, you may have something you want repairing, drop us a line, let us know. We may be able to help you with that. But this is the stuff, you know, that stuff, you know, fairly good game. Master System, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, Super Nintendo, Game Gear. That's great, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Has she had anything? Oh, she's looking at a Mega Drive at the moment. So the old style, the Mega Drive 1, which we think is quite a late model. It is the Mega Drive 1, but it is quite late according to the circuit board. I think it was 1992, May 1992 the circuit board was done. But yeah, so, you know, there's some that she hasn't looked at yet, possibly to get into at some point. But yeah, brilliant stuff. Now, this is the stuff I really wanted to get to, because this is the quality retro. Unfortunately, I failed to bring any batteries with me, which is a real shame. Damn it! I've actually run out of batteries, which is a real pity, because I could have showed you these working. Everything you see here came as not working at all, and through her talent and her ability, and you know, it has cost a few quid to invest in some of the kit that she's had to do. We have repaired. She has repaired Galaxy Invader 1000. You remember that? Look at that. Now, you have my assurances that this has been repaired and working, because I've been playing on it. In fact, I think, apart from the next one I'm going to show you, I played on all of them. Now, I remember that from when I was young, but this is superb. Absolutely superb. Just brings it all back. I mean, it's basic stuff by today's standards, but you know, that iconic design there, the colouring on it. You've got your left and right controller there. There's your fire button. You've got 3 skill levels as well. Isn't that brilliant? Yeah, completely not working when it came in. And again, when you take these things to look inside how these things are built and how they're put together, if you don't know that sort of thing, it's absolutely fascinating. It really is. There's a few scratches on here, but you know, it's general wear and tear for a product which is, I think it doesn't tell, does it? It's got to be at least 35 years old, I would have thought. 40 years old, possibly. 35, well, 20, yeah, between 35 and 40 years old. Set speed control to desired level. Move the missile launch lever side by side to aim at invader or UFO, and press missile launch button, which is the fire button there. Game ends when you obtain 1,000 points, or when all 3 missile launchers are destroyed, or when invader captures G-zone, or, complete lack of commas here, or when you have shot all your 250 missiles. Yeah, I mean, if you play that, let me know. I mean, it's just lovely, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. Now, she also bought, again, that probably, I think she bought that with 2 of the next things I'm going to show you, and the next, well, I think 45 quid for all 4 of these. Give you an idea of what it were. Now, do you remember these? Tomitronic 3D. So, you know, that's there you go. Put that to your eyes. That's it. You look through there, and you've got some controls across the top. I appreciate some people will know what I'm talking about here, but some of you may not have seen these before. And then you've got your left and right. And there's your fire button there, and there's your sound on and off button there. This one is Thundering Turbo. Now, she did buy 2 of these. The other one I think was Sky Attack. That one she can't get to work, but this one, again, was actually straightforward. The other one, just for some reason, just will not have it. So it's a real shame. So Thundering Turbo, Yeah, 3 races. You get 3 cars per race. You lose your car if you crash. Game ends if you crash all 3 cars during one race. But yeah, people used to walk around with these, like the old viewfinder. And yeah, bring it all back in, and left and right. But these were all the rage. Tomitronic 3Ds. These were all the rage back when I was at school, and everybody used to bring them in. You know, you used to bring your toys in on the last day. That lights up as well. That panel there lights up. But again, for about 10 quid, I repaired it. It's actually missing. I think there may have been possibly you can just see there where you may have had a strap onto it so you could wear it around your neck, sort of thing. Go bird watching, possibly. But yeah, but that, you know, from some of my generation, that brings it all back. Now these two possibly were the ones I was so excited about. This one particularly, Firefox F7. Now this game comes with a number of tunes on it, all licensed music. I think possibly there's certainly the theme from Star Wars in there. How they got away with that, I don't know. And some other ones as well, which I immediately recognised. Which I think Ride of the Valkyries from which was used in Apocalypse Now is also used on that one. But I remember playing this. A friend of mine had this when I was very, very young, and my mum insisted I had to play it with the sound turned down. But this is absolutely superb. There's this wonderful bit where you're waiting in between levels where it just goes, the sound effect comes on like a submarine thing, goes boo, boo, as if you're waiting for the next thing to come along. And I don't remember, it's like, wow, this is just absolutely superb. And again, you've got your left and right joystick, you've got your fire button there, you've got your various modes on this one. I wish I'd put the batteries in to show you. I may do a separate video to show these working. But this, I mean, wow. I mean, that brought it all back to me. And it's a tremendously good game, because I sat down, I played it for about 20 minutes. Got home from work, and said, oh, I've repaired the Firefox. Oh, fantastic. 20 minutes later, this is brilliant. This is great. Honestly, if you're from that generation, late 70s, early 80s, I wish there were some dates on these bloody things as well. Not any of these have got dates on them. Even with my failing eyesight, I can't read that. No, it doesn't say. Man. Oh, there we go. Can't see it. Bloody hell, that's wrong. 1983. 1983. So I would have been 7 or 8 years old playing that. Wow. That is sort of... What was it? Sort of Atari 2600 game crash post NES. That was what you played on the video game. Isn't that brilliant? Wow, wow, wow. There's no date on there. I'm just trying to look for the dates on these things, but it just doesn't seem to have any. No, I'm just checking the timing when you're going to get way too much from there. I need a magnifying glass at this rate. Right, what else can I show you? Oh yeah. Are we saving the best to last? Possibly. Possibly. This sort of reminded me, I saw one of Carl's videos, Carl Room 70, I think the first car boot, and probably the last car boot he did of 2020, where he saw one of these particular items on this guy's bench, and he said, oh, how much for that? And he told him what price it was, and he sort of turned it on. He said, well, it doesn't work. He says, I've got sound, mate, there's no picture to it, no sort of display. And that was it. So I remember seeing that, thinking, cripes, everyone talks about, well, this is 1981, it's the same grandstand, same make of that one. This predated them. Everybody, I think, is going to remember this one. Astro Wars. Now, slight problem with this one is there's no joystick. Joystick is missing. It works, but there's no joystick for it. So, slightly disappointing. But not to worry. But yeah, do you remember playing Astro Wars? Do you? Most people do. Everyone gets very excited. How much that bloke wanted off you, Cole? Was it 30 quid? I'm pretty sure it's 30 quid he wanted for one that wasn't working properly. Or he hadn't bothered to check it because he would hope somebody come along and buy it. 900 batteries are needed for it. How many batteries do you need for that? That sounds like a massive compartment. Flipping heck. And you need batteries, it takes flipping giant ones as well. Doesn't take double A's, it takes those giant industrial strength ones as well. And of course these came without power adapters, which means you couldn't run them off the mains. But yeah, Astro Wars. Oh, it does actually. No, there it was. Tell a lie. There's a power cable there. That's not it. But yes, power cable there. So it did have a mains cable off it. Yeah, there we go. Now, notwithstanding her success in repairing that one, she then went one better and repaired another one. And got one with a box. So we have a boxed one as well. And this one is complete. The box will need an iron. But there it is inside the box. See there. I'll just take it out and I can show you that you can see the joystick is proficient on that one. Again, there's no mains adapter, but yeah, that feels like the batteries might be in it. Go on. Can you see that there? There you go. That was not working when she bought it. Like I said, I don't know how these things work. I am somebody who appreciates playing these things and owning these things. Whereas, yeah, Mrs. Bear much prefers to, she doesn't mind playing them and owning them, but she's very happy to repair them, and these sort of things here are absolute classic. That is okay, maybe not in that condition, but that's something you'd see in a museum of the future where all the games are going to be. But that sort of thing now, I mean, it's just he just brings it all back, and I've been so excited to see these things being sort of brought back to life. I'm a big fan of sort of restoration projects and things like that. One of my favourite programmes to watch in the last couple of years or so was sort of the restoration programme on Channel 4 with that guy Drew, does the antiques. And it's sort of put, not interested in antiques at all, but just, restoring things back to their former glory, changing components in these particular appliances to get them up and running. And if we can sort of do the Super Nintendo and convert that to running a 60 hertz as well as the standard one as well, that would be just amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, so that's what she's been spending her time on, and her money. She's earned it. It's great. But yeah, if you see anything there, drop us a line, because I'm pretty sure that she'll be wanting to possibly part with some of these. Maybe not some of them, because some of them have brought back quite a lot of memories for us playing these recently, and she's worked ever so hard on these sort of things, and pretty much everything that's arrived here that she's purchased has been in an unworkable state, not working or partly working. The Mega Drive she's working on at the moment, I think, is down to the sound comes through the headphone socket but doesn't come through the actual speakers. So, having sort of by the process of elimination traced it all the way back on the circuit board, there is a component which needs changing, and she can do that, and it should restore that Mega Drive to full working order. It plays the cartridge no problem at all, you can play the game no problem at all, you just can't hear any sound through the television. So little things like that she's very, very much immersing herself into, and it's great that she's enjoying it as well, because she's had a pretty rough 18 months or so, and this is something that she can put her heart and soul into. But yeah, so I'd like to share that with you today. It's a pickups of sort, not my pickups. I'm going to spend my money on this now. Of course I'm not. I'm the world's the tightest man on YouTube. I have a reputation to uphold. But yeah, so that's it. So in terms of what I'm going to be doing in terms of pickups going forward, I have no bloody clue, to be honest with you. I am tempted to go down the old CEX route and maybe get some stuff ordered in, because there doesn't appear to be an end in sight to lockdown. Well, not for the foreseeable anyway. And I think once I go back to work, and this is the thing, if I go back to work, or when I go back to work, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be granted some time off, because at the moment I can't get any time off. I should have had the Easter week off, but I was told I couldn't have that off then. So at the moment, all my holiday is on hold. I've had 2 days off, which were the 2 days prior, the Friday and the Monday prior to lockdown being in effect on the Monday night. And I had 2 days off in January for the American football. So I've not really had much of a break so far this year, and I'm fully aware that the end of next week is the 1st of May. So it's nice to have all my holiday held back, but at the same time, it's working 5 days a week and slightly a bit longer as well. It's sort of knackered me out anyway. Beside that, so what am I going to be doing on the channel going forward from here? Well, obviously the podcast is going to carry on weekly. I've got this video, I've got some video responses to do, some gameplay I've recorded. I've still got some collection videos to do, which is the big ones now: the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, what's the big one I'm going to do? Oh, my handhelds. Not my handhelds. They're going to lump all those Game Gear, Game Boys all into the same one. My fledgling Wii U collection. And then this bugger over here. Something else I've picked up. This might be a bit logistically different. So, if everything falls over, don't worry, I'll be back. Hang on. Right, it's a logistical nightmare. No, I can't move it. Ugh. I turn the camera. So just try and turn the camera around. So excuse the bedroom for a moment. You see that there? Right, I've got this idea. I'm something on camera. Hello. I got this idea from Nath Retro. And what it is, you can get this for about £7 or £8 off Amazon. First of all, I'm not endorsed by Amazon to say this, nor have I received this product from Amazon as a result of me saying this. But what it is, it's basically to put your shoes in. But Nath came with this brilliant idea that actually what you should do is put your spare controllers in there. So as you can see, we've got where are we? I'm just trying to coordinate. We've got NES, we've got Master System, there's Mega Drive, PlayStation. I've also PlayStation 2, that one. Then we've got some 6-button Saturn controllers, another Mega Drive one in there, Super Nintendo one. We've got GameCube, loads of GameCube ones. I've got billions of GameCube controllers. We've got PlayStation down here. Oh, there's a generic joypad in there. Took the generic joypads. PlayStation mouse, which you could probably see not right on the end there by the door handle. And there's a Wii down there. There's a couple of microphones, and also there's my Xbox DVD controller. And it's great because everything apart from N64, Dreamcast, and Xbox original controllers will fit in there. And it's just a great way to keep. You can put light guns in there. I think the idea, because they're sort of like holstered, you can actually put all your light guns in there as well, if you have such things. I mean, I've got G-Con 45s, got Zappers, got Commodore 64 ones, got Spectrum ones. Well, what a novel idea! And the thing is, on the back of the door there, it's out of the way. It's not hung up in the room. It's not infringing on that. I can still close the door. It means that on my pigeonholes down here, I'll just bring it back into the room. There we go. On my pigeonholes down here, I can still keep my consoles front and centre with the plugs and the leads behind them. So yeah, it's what a great idea, Nath. What a fantastic idea that was, mate. And I noticed when you were live with Dainster, when you were on with Sean, you had yours on the back of your wall on your door. I don't think you'd filled it up yet, but yeah, £7 or £8 off Amazon. I mean, it's just, when you first thing collectors always complain about is space. That is a space saver. You can stick it on the back of any door. You can stick it on the back of the door of your spare room. No one would know the difference, would they? No one would know the difference. So yeah, got that. So I've told about that. So there's probably a peripherals video as well, because I've got a giant box of peripherals to go through, which I keep threatening to do. Just trying to find content I can do before we start doing pickups again, because I'm actually chomping at the bit to start doing pickups. But unlike some people, I much prefer to go out there and physically grab hold of stuff and see what's out in the wild. That's what in the wild. I don't mind if I'm going somewhere a bit special and I'm not sure what I'm walking into, but I can guarantee if I check out some stuff beforehand I know they're going to have, then I can pick that up, or on top of, or if I can't find anything else. It's, I don't know, it just sort of defies the point of, I could actually order a game or from CEX or Amazon or eBay, but it's there. But then again, I suppose if you're shopping on eBay, you sort of go through stuff that's listed, you go, ooh, like the light pen. You go, ooh, found that. Same sort of thing, but slightly different. I don't know. I could have a go. Mind you, having said that, I'm not filling any space up at the moment, so it's all right. I'm not sure where it will go. Space is very much a premium at the moment. Right. I think we're done. I think that's everything. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Something different. We've got some classic consoles, some great tabletop games from our youth, well, a certain era anyway. And appreciate some people. That's probably like watching the first black and white films, the first talkies. When we were young, I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, so hope you enjoyed that. If you have enjoyed that, I would be so appreciative if you could leave a comment in the description below. Also, if you have liked the video so much, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it around. Give me a like, share it if you feel free to do so. Also, don't forget to flick the old bell, because that bell thing there will tell you when I'm putting a new video up. I guarantee it's going to be in amongst Big Game L's 12 videos a day, and you may not see I put a new video up. And also, the biggest thing of all this, if you have enjoyed this and if you have enjoyed the other content that is there, or want to go and check out the other content that is there, and you want to leave me a subscription, thank you. That is great. That's all I can say to people right now. There's so much content on YouTube, it's very difficult to not be noticed, but to put stuff on there that people are going to sort of flick through and what have you. And as always, these videos are long videos, and for me, a long video at the moment is quite hard to sort of fit in. You may have time to watch it, but I appreciate that also at this time you may have other things going on. Once again, to reiterate what I said, I hope everybody is well, that you stay safe, that you stay well. Please follow the advice that we're given, because the sooner we follow this advice and we start to see the changes, the sooner things will start. I will say start, because they won't for some time, but they will start to return to normal. We're all talking about getting together. We're all talking about bringing the guys on YouTube together after all this for a big event, and that should be our goal. That's what we need to work towards, and as a result of getting towards that, we need to follow the instructions that we're being given. It's a pain in the arse. It's a real ball ache, but we have to do it. It's the only way we can beat this. But we will beat it together. Everybody will beat it. And we'll just, we'll look back on this time. Somebody said to me a few weeks ago, we'll all look back on this time as that time that we had to stay indoors for a bit. Granted, it might be 6 months or so, but it was a bit anyway. I digress. Thank you very much indeed for watching. It has been a pleasure to be having you once back, in your area. It's that age thing catching up with me there. It's been a pleasure having you back in the pantry once again. Hope it's not too long before I see you again very soon. In the meantime, take care, stay safe. Bye for now.